Hello, warm welcome to Bosch Building Technologies in OvrP. Well, I could have said welcome to Bosch Security Systems. That's how we were called in the beginning 20 years ago when we were just manufacturing components and devices for security solutions. Video cameras, fire panels, conference systems, we had it all. We were really a big plant, and we still are. So what changed? Now, 20 years later, we are becoming more and more a site for value creation. We have already today an R&D center besides the manufacturing operations, which comprises already more than 150 engineers, working on solutions to make life in our buildings safer, easier and more comfortable. How did we make this change? In which technical fields are we working today? Which things are we creating and inventing? To know, join us in our journey. Well, it all started with the deployment and spread of IoT, the Internet of Things, right? And digitalization. The products we were manufacturing before, video cameras, fire panels, audio devices, start to be connectable to the Internet. And that opened a wide range of new possibilities. And that's why we start also building up competences in the development of those services. Because suddenly hardware could be enhanced by software, and we felt the need to become a combination of those two competences, because in the end our customers just need a solution, right? And that's how our journey began. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to go through all our products, so let's first select one product family, a family that we really love: our video systems. The video cameras in the beginning were delivering video files, images, movies. But then with the internet connectivity, we could offer what people really want to know. They don't want to see the movies, they don't want to see the images, they want to know if someone breaks into the house. They want to know who is knocking on the door. So we start developing systems, software solutions that with our cameras can really bring information to the users. And that's what they really need. Not devices, not components, they need services. And for that we start developing solutions that in a nutshell can be summarized as video analytics and video image processing that could really leverage the power of the information that you have in one picture. Because one picture worth for more than 1,000 words.
Being in a central place between different kind of Bosch domains means that we constantly face different challenges, like integrate a new kind of device that we never thought of before, and being agile help us to understand faster this requirement and bring then the solution faster to the customer.
Okay, so our challenge is to combine now software with hardware, our cameras. I told you that we are developing software, and with software we can develop new features. But to be really agile, to be really quick in developing new functions for our customers, we need to think on a platform, because we need to make sure those new developments can be handled and delivered in a quick way. And that's why we came to a core element of our system, which is the portal. And we focused our development on a video portal, and the video portal, if you want, is the solution on how we are quick and flexible in giving new functions to our customers. So, what is the portal about? Portal is a software where the user can, number one, select for new features for his cameras, can register his hardware, his camera, can configure, can acquire new services, or can just do maintenance, remote control, remote surveillance. That's why this element is very important, and the development of this video portal is a core pillar of our agility in terms of delivering new functions and new solutions to the market.
It's a central platform with device management where you can activate services which depending on specific device which you have a lot of users which has a specific role and also you have the licenses. So for each services you need a specific license for that device.
As many of you can imagine, developing a new portal is quite a really complex thing. You have to combine different competences. Basically, it's in a nutshell a backend services. We developed this backend service in Java, for example. It needs to be deployed and being available to, let me say, our users. And we use cloud services to provide that service. And you need also to cooperate with the camera hardware and firmware developers so that everything can be linked together. And developing a portal can be actually quite a really complex thing to do, because you have to combine different competences and different teams. You have to synchronize them, and again, our backbone is the hardware platform, because we develop things to connect our cameras, but over those cameras then we have different teams working on different topics, but those synchronized so that we can really deliver to our customers an end-to-end solution. To develop the portal, we organize ourselves in 3 disciplinary teams. One team just working on the infrastructure, if you want, the cloud, the backend and the cloud part of the portal. Another team working more on the front-end part of the portal in order to provide a nice and easy to use interface to our users. And another team work more on the middleware part of the software, connecting basically those functions, those features to real and concrete software running on the cameras, sometimes go into the firmware. That's why it's complex, and that's why we have to organize different teams with different competence, but all synchronized into one single purpose. And this purpose is provide and make available new features in a very fast way to be able to, if you want, surprise and fascinate our end users. So if portal is one of the elements of our architecture, let me call it like that, if portal is one of the elements of the architecture that we are delivering, the other element of the architecture then, as we work with images, is what we call the video management system. And the video management system is another platform, another component where basically you can store, retrieve, change, update images, because in the end that's the material, the raw material that you work to make new features, new events, or to extract new data. So one has to do with accessing, combining, configuring cameras. The other has to do, once cameras are working, with certain characteristics that you can also store, record, retrieve what you are seeing on the cameras. And for that we developed the video management system, a special system that is conceived to basically store what the cameras provide to everyone. Images that are stored, and that we will later on process it to again make new information, to basically add value to the images.
At Video Management Systems, we are responsible to connect the cameras and monitor the video they record. With this, our customers are capable of monitoring their facilities. All those cameras are connected to a device we call OvrP. This device is responsible to record the camera information and it has specific hardware to transcode the camera images.
Next step basically is to continue this development, continue this adventure. And for this adventure, we actually need good and talented people. That's why we have in our site, if you look, usually always open positions for the different disciplines and domains that we have been speaking today. So for back-end developers, for front-end developments, even for firmware, hardware developers. And those persons are really important to bring knowledge and to bring new ideas, to bring, if you want, new competences to our teams. Because one thing is for sure, the challenges are complex, are multidisciplinary and have to be solved all together. Those challenges have brought to the company also more opportunities. So we have now different teams, we have new people in the company. We used it to be, as I mentioned, just a factory. Now we have R&D center, we interact with our customers, we interact with our teams in the plant, and this even helps and promotes new opportunities for the ones that were already working here. To create an environment where everybody can find his way, where everyone can find an opportunity to develop himself and to help us developing better things to our customers, that's basically what we aim for. And if this fits with your purpose, then join us. We would be glad to make things together. So, I hope by now you have at least a small impression of how we are developing our site, how we are developing ourselves and our systems to provide solutions on video-based services. The colleagues explained what they are doing with their portal, video portal, which basically helps integrating devices so that users can have access to the devices, have new services for the devices, and can configure them in a much easier way than was possible before. But we have other challenge because we still and we want to continue to offer devices, hardware. That's the unique offer from Bosch. We combine hardware and software, as I said in the beginning. And this brings another challenge because development of software has a much smaller and faster cycle than development of the hardware. And that we try to do by combining different teams in different ways. You heard about Agile teams today, but also we keep doing development of hardware in a different way because it needs to do, it has huge investments, and in our daily life we try to find solutions on how to synchronize the teams. And the way to best synchronize the teams is not to lose what the customer needs in the end. And that's basically the synchronization point. And if I have to summarize that, I would say that hardware development would be our platform over where we keep creating new software services. And putting all of that together, well, that's the daily challenge we have in our lives.